Hi, I'm Will Weber. I'm the teacher for this calculus online class. I want to go through the syllabus here with you so you know what to expect from me and I'll know what to expect from you. So here we go. This is Math 151, Calculus 1. This is the winter of 2016. This class has a prerequisite of Math 142, a C or better in Math 142. And let me note that although the prerequisite is a C or better, I really expect that you know everything from all the prerequisites. This is calculus. We will use every scrap of algebra that you have ever learned, and probably some that you didn't. So if you're feeling weak with your algebra, now would be a good time to brush up on it. We're going to use a ton of stuff. And I should also point out that there are things where, you know, a C or better gets you in, but full knowledge is what's really required once you're in. I mean, besides being a college professor, I'm trained as an electrical administrator for an electrical company in the state of Washington. And I had to take a test. I had to actually take 3 tests, and on each of those 3 tests I had to get a 70% or better. And I did, but one of the parts, the part on the Washington State electrical code, I got a 71%. I squeaked in. However, I get my license. Then we go out and do a job. We do, an electrical job, and the inspector comes and says, "Oh, you got 70% of it right, so you pass the inspection." So, no, it doesn't work that way. The inspector comes in and says, "There's one thing wrong. Fix it." You don't pass an electrical inspection unless you're 100% correct. And then it's the same kind of thing here. Yeah, C or better, but unless you got everything, this is going to be a tough class. So brush up on your algebra. Come ask for help too. I'm certainly willing to help people learn algebra. So where are we? Of course, WAMAP. You've made it to WAMAP if you're watching this video. Course ID is 11173, and the enrollment key is 151. I am Dr. William T. Weber. Generally, I just go by Will. My office is LDC 221. That's my physical office. I have this online office. If you click on this link right here, it'll take you to my online office. In fact, I'm going to try clicking on that link and seeing what it does, just to show you. When I'm in my office, I will generally be here. You will get this login to it, so I'm just going to log in as Will here, and it needs to open this thing. Now the first time you do this, it's going to take a little longer. It's going to download the driver for this software. It's free. It is Java based. As far as I know, there's been no security issues with it. And no, I'm not ready for it yet. Oh, dang. Cancel. Let's try this again. Run. It's been wanting to update. I said no last time, and I meant to say no this time, but I clicked on the wrong button. Anyway, yeah, so here we go. We got this Blackboard Collaborate coming in here. Pick your speed. Okay, now this is, let's see if I can make this a little smaller so that you can see it all. So yeah, the window looks like this. Generally you want to open it up to be your full screen. There we go. Main things are, there's a whiteboard right here that you can draw on. I really don't actually use this very often, but there we go, so you can draw on that. Main thing is the video window. If I'm using this, I generally turn my video camera on and use the video, looking at a piece of paper that I'm writing on or whatnot. Okay. So when I have the video turned on, you'll be able to see it. It may seem like it's really small, but you can take this window, pull it out, and then make it as big as you want here. Okay. So the video will be there. If you have a video camera and you want to use it, you can do that too. You also click on the talk button and you can talk. Generally, I like to talk. I don't like to chat. I put that back in there. Here we go. Down here there is a chat window. You can type in anything you want and submit it, and it shows up in the chat. So you can type there to ask your questions or whatnot, or you can turn your microphone on and talk to me. Anyway, between a combination of the whiteboard and the video, we do pretty well at helping people here in a live way. So anyway, please use my online office. It's a good way to go. So, so let's go back now. Let's close this. Yes, end the session. And go back to looking at the syllabus. Okay. So anyway, there's the online office. If you think it's a time when I should be in my online office and I'm not, then please give me a call. There's my phone number, 360-383-3566, and I'll hop on the online office and we can chat on the phone, or we can do it through the online office. But at least with the online office, you can, there's the video aspect, you can see what I'm writing, and it really helps in doing that, to be able to look at what's being written down. Anyway, my official office hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 12:30 to 1:20, or by appointment, or just drop in. Generally, I've got a bright and early in the morning class, and I've got a middle of the afternoon class, and I'm generally in my office in between. So, you know, stop by. If you want to stop by in person, that's great. Just because you're online doesn't mean you can't actually come and see me. In fact, I encourage people to come and see me to get some help. Or use the online office if you can't come on to campus. That's fine. Email is a good way to get in touch with me, wweber@whatcom.ctc.edu. You can also use the messaging system within WAMAP. That works really well for getting in touch with me. Textbooks for this class is Early Transcendentals by Stewart. It's the same book you will use. Why isn't it in front of me? For all of your calculus at Whatcom, if you stay with us through Calc 1, 2, 3, and 4, we use the same book all the way through. So you get your money's worth out of that one. Yeah, we cover in this class chapters 2, 3, and 4. We're talking about limits to start with, and then derivatives and applications of derivatives. Yeah, calculus is interesting. It's new stuff, and so stay up with it here. Outcomes, here's a list of things that we would expect you to learn by the end of the course when you're studying for, you know, your midterm or your final. Taking a look at the course outcomes would probably be a good thing to do, because this is, you know, sort of the most important things the department thinks you should know about. Anyway, homework. Yeah, okay, so right, I gotta give you a grade. Grade's gotta be based on something. There's two types of homework. There's stuff in the book, and there is stuff not in the book, on the WAMAP page. Neither one of them is collected, but there isn't any way to get good at doing anything without practicing. So this is what I view as mathematical practicing. This is the homework. You just got to do a bunch of problems. You got to get used to the way to think about these problems, the tools you have to solve them. I can make it look really easy. You can watch me do it all day, but until you do it many times, you are not going to get good at it. So please practice. Do the homework. Work the problems out of the book. Work the problems that are built into WAMAP. Do those things. The problems in the book are listed here. This 2n plus 1 or 4n plus 1, this is a sequence notation. So if you think of n as an integer, so like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or -1, -2, -3, -4. The negatives in this case don't make much sense, but for all the different integers, if you figure out this formula, so if n is 0, 2 times 0 plus 1 is 1, n is 1, 1 times 2 plus 1 is 3, 5, 7, 9. 2n plus 1 is just sequence notation for the odd numbers. And so if I say 2n plus 1 for n less than 16, it means you would stop when n is 15. Be careful, not when 2n plus 1 is 15, but when n is 15. And when n is 15, 2 times 15 plus 1 is 31. So this is actually all the odds up to 31, right? This would be all the odds up to 45, right? All the odds up to 27, or something like that. So do those. There might even be a 4n plus 1 somewhere. Sometimes there is. This looks all like 2n+1s. Anyway, yeah, so each section in the book, section 2.5, you're doing all the odds up to 51 there. So the homework's right, they're not graded, but they're what gets you the grade. They're what you need to do in order to be able to do calculus. Part of your grade is the discussions. Each week there is a discussion forum, and it says 12 here. I got to recount. I'm not sure 12 is the right number, but there's 11 weeks. I'm not sure why I have 12 discussions. Oh, there's the introduce yourself one. So yeah, there's probably 12 discussions. You need to participate in each one of these. Ask a question. If you're working homework and you've got one that's got you stumped, then ask on the discussion forum. And that would get you the, generally count as 10 points per week. So that'll get you your 10 points by asking the question. Answer somebody's question, because if someone's got a question out there, you know how to do the problem, explain it, show them how to do it. If you don't have any questions and you don't seem to see any questions out there that are unanswered, then just say, hey, here's a problem I was working on, I figured it out, and I liked my answer, and here it is. That would be good. If you found some sort of other resource that has helped you this week, then post that. Say, hey, you know, here, this might help you out. That really helped me, and do that. That's how you get your points. Although, things that will not get you the points for the discussion is just saying, hey, thanks for doing that. You know, just posting something isn't good enough. You have to post something constructive, something that adds value to everyone's experience. Now, sometimes, as I've taught these online courses, these discussions have been like the most valuable thing for the students. They just are great discussions with lots of back and forth, lots of people driving different things to, you know, explaining different answers. Other times people barely use them and they're useless. Let's make this quarter a quarter when everybody uses them and they're really valuable, because they really are. Trying to explain something to someone else really solidifies it in your own mind. Now, I'll be active on these discussion boards too, answering questions. I usually give people a little bit of a chance to answer someone else's questions, but I don't like to leave them out there too long, so then I'll certainly answer them. But yeah, use these discussion boards. Every week, at the end of the block, there's a discussion, and it's part of your grade. It's 10% of your grade. Participate. Okay. Quizzes. Each week there is a quiz. It says 9 quizzes. Yes, there's 11 weeks in the quarter. 1 week there's a final exam, 1 week there's a midterm. Those weeks don't have quizzes. But the other 9 weeks have a quiz. So usually about midway through the week, the quiz will appear in that week's block down at the bottom. And you just got to take it. There's no time limit other than get it done by the end of the week. And a week, for me, starts on Saturday morning and ends on Friday night. So the weeks end Friday night at midnight. If the quiz says it's due on Friday, then it's due at midnight on Friday. In fact, most of the quizzes are due on Friday, except for the first one. This is a weird quarter because it's actually an 11-week schedule, but the quarter runs through 12 weeks. So the first week, this first week will end next Wednesday, and then the second week ends the following Friday. So each of the first 2 weeks is a little bit longer than usual. That first quiz is actually due on a Wednesday, and then they're all due on Fridays after that. So yeah, just do it. There's no time limit. You can start, open it up, work a problem, come back to it later. Just be done by midnight on Friday night or Wednesday night for this first one. Right? Of all the quizzes, I will drop the lowest one. I should point out too that you have 2 late passes, and a late pass is good for 24 hours after the due date. So if you didn't get something done by Friday night, you have Saturday to do it as well. Okay. Please note that these quizzes should be done by yourself. No help from the discussion forums or anything. The quizzes should not be discussed on the discussion forums until after. I mean, if you're in week 2 talking about the quiz from week 1, because it's already gone by, that's fine. But not while it's being taken. Okay. Homework certainly, yes, help each other, but not the quizzes. I gotta stop.